Alright, so before we get started, something needs to be recognized. We use information as needed as we go. We take what's for us and what we can relate to. Then together, we the people connect the dots. There are so many greats I have learned from. For this section, I will definitely have to credit Dr. Joe Dispenza, one of the first I came across after entering into my spiritual journey. There's no such thing as coincidence. I wouldn't have come across these wonderful people until I had aligned myself in that frequency field. Nothing was forced, only found. Have you been fighting depression, anxiety, or ADHD? Well, I'm here to tell you there is a healthy option available. You do not have to turn to prescription medication. Certain issues may require even more dedication. Around 2021, I took a trip to the doctor's office. I couldn't quite get myself together. I had already encountered a lot in life, and I had just lost my father in 2018. I just could not get a grip on myself. I refused medication, and I also refused to believe that I had the highest depression levels that they've ever seen. The go-to would have been Xanax and Adderall, and who knows what else they were going to recommend. Instead, I turned to yoga. I require a lot more meditation than the average person. Also, grounding is involved, along with diet changes, people, places, and habits. Another huge factor is frequency. Yes, meaning music. Of course, I still love all the music and artists the same. Only thing that is different is how much I allow myself to consume. Everything you eat, see, or listen to, it downloads into your system. Also, if you act like you are, then you will become bound to that being by habits. We as people don't even realize how much of a part we play in our own downfall. Ultimately, it's our thought patterns, choices, and then the words we speak with the power of the tongue that impact our life in so many ways. Everything we think and do, we get back times two. In other words, double fold. Don't allow negativity to fold you or hold you back. Remember, your thoughts move faster than the speed of light, so if you change your mind, everything will be all right. Everything is rooted and grounded in a thought before it is created or bought. Now, I would like to get into some of the benefits of all these wonderful things. First off, grounding decreases inflammation. It helps with schizophrenia, anxieties, and mental diseases of all sorts. It also helps to control ADHD. Also, for all of those who have children who the doctors have considered to be ADHD, this is a very important message for you. We got to get the kids outside. They do not need medicine. Let them run around barefoot as long as their properties are clean, preventing injuries. Sugar is next door to major diseases. Anything caffeine related we do not need. It's only going to add to the existing problem. Your kitchen is supposed to be a hospital. So the big question is, what is in your cabinet? That would be the first thing I change up. Also, another problem is that we are putting tablets and cell phones in children's hands at an early age. That jumbles the brain. Just because you're scrolling through a phone, it may seem like it's moving slow. You need to know that the frequencies behind it are moving unbelievably fast, and that affects the children's brain 100%. That is a lot of the reason kids start going off for no reason at all, especially in public places like grocery stores. Not because there's something wrong with them, but because they are trying to get to the next thing, or whatever it is that they are used to doing. Kids don't have power yet over what they do. The parents do. So you have to give them a fair opportunity to be a part of the world without being walking zombies on medication. Somewhere not being able to use their equilibrium to 100%. It was a lie when they told us we only use 10% of our brain. That's what they want us to think. Once again, adding to a statement from earlier, what you think is projected into your life. So what you believe is in fact what you get. Another trick I learned is that if your kids get sick, they say you put them on a 2-day raw fruit and vegetable diet, and they will be better. It doesn't matter what's wrong. As Dr. Sebi said and proved in front of a judge, there is only one common disease that exists, which is mucus. That's for all people. Sinus infections, fluid in your knee, buildups in your heart, lungs, brain, cyst, etc. You can learn a lot from that man. Don't hesitate to do your research. You'll be missing out on some important information. I will also add to that by saying sunlight is the best medication besides love. The sun is the best source of vitamin D, and if you want miracles to happen when you're sick, myself and many others would agree you need to get into the sunlight and then ground. Give it a try, work it into your schedule. The most important part of all of this is that you are working on yourself and or assisting your loved ones and helping themselves. Remember, Mother Nature is the best doctor around. Alright, so as I'm closing up this piece, I already gave a shout out to, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Dr. Sebi, but I want to add to that list. I got it right here beside me. We have Dr. Joe Dispenza, Wayne Dyer, Reverend Ike, Alan Watts, Billy Carson, Bob Marley, Bruce Lee, Marcus Garvey, Crazy Ethics, Ed Mylett, Greg Braden, and Dolores Cannon. Some great teachers. Tap in with them. I love you guys. Peace.